proper photographer doesn't, you have to use manual, Gary. Hello, welcome back. Hope everyone is well and you're having a good week wherever you are in the world. Years ago, I used to always shoot on manual, fully manual, not manual focus, manual in terms of, aperture, ISO and shutter speed. And it weren't until, when was it? Couple of years, about a year and a half ago, I started shooting Aperture Priority. So this video is going to be me talking about the benefits of Aperture Priority, and not to worry that people are going to think you're not a professional because you don't shoot manual. But let me start from the beginning so you understand where I'm going. Personally, for a wedding day, it's so quick and things are going on, use Aperture Priority. Remember, from years ago, cameras didn't have half of what they've got now. Cameras are so good. Let the camera do the work. There's no, you're paying like, my Fujifilm X-T5 that I'm recording on now. It's like a $2,000 camera. Why would you pay all that money and not use all of its benefits from it? Doing the hard work for you, like any tool in life. Doesn't mean you're a crap photographer if you don't use fully manual. You, as a photographer at a wedding or an event, family photography, if that's what you're into, you're there to capture the moment. A perfect photo can, in my eyes, is light, composition and moment. That's got nothing to do with the tech of the spec of a camera or you shooting in manual. You don't get a better light, composition and moment photo if you shoot fully manual. That's all about you and your eye, what you can see and positioning yourself, whether you're going high, whether you're going low. Shooting the moment, composition, positioning yourself before the moment happenings, or being creative and looking at things, shooting through things. That's all on you. That's got nothing to do with the camera. So think about it, not worrying about manual. Let the camera do the hard work for you, and you can just enjoy the day then and be with the moment. I remember loads of times I was shooting manual and I'd be changing my settings and moments would happen and I'd be like, and then I'd get like the last bit of it and it wouldn't be as good. With Aperture Priority, I can just watch and I go bang, bang, bang. If you're going to use Aperture Priority, the only tip I've got, use exposure compensation. That's the best thing. So on my Fujifilm, I've got a little tool on the top. I can literally turn it to -1 or +1, and it will put the turn it down by stop or up stop. That's all I do. If I can see it's going to be overexposed, or I'm purposely underexposing it because I'm shooting into the light and I want to do like a silhouette, I'll go bang right down to like -2, -3 and protect the highlights. That's all you got to do. Obviously set your aperture up before you start using Aperture Priority. I personally wouldn't use auto because I like to have the control over what aperture I'm using. I don't want the camera telling me what to use because I try and stick to the same aperture most of the day, so it has the same look. But the only thing I'd say, if you've never done it or you're a beginner, learning manual before people, and I would understand if I didn't talk about this bit now, there could be people in the comments, having a dig at me, giving it the big and trying to cause a fight with me and say, oh, you're not, you're a proper photographer doesn't, you have to use manual, Gary. Yeah, I agree to an extent. Learn on manual. Once you've learnt it, you've done it like a car. I've got an automatic car, but if I'm giving advice to my little girl in years to come when she starts driving, I'd say learning manual, passing manual, and then you can go get an auto because you're covered then if ever an emergency there's a cover for, you know, you've got to have a replacement car while your car goes in for repair, but they've only got a manual, you're covered. If you've only got an auto license, nothing you can do. So learn manual. You need to know how to use manual because of that reason I just said, with a car breaking down. That could happen at a wedding. You could, something go wrong with your camera, and I don't think this would ever happen. It might do, you know, and you can't use Aperture Priority. Something goes wrong and you're going to use fully manual, and you're like, crap, I don't know how to use manual. So learn manual. Definitely learn manual. Learn how to use light correctly. There was something else I was going to say. Learn. That was it. For the dance floor. So when I get to the dance floor, I go into full manual because I need the full control then over. I don't want the camera, because all the different lights are going off and your shutter speed just going to be going all over the place. You know, all over the gaff, and you know, what's going on. So yeah, so you need to learn full manual, definitely. Once you've learned it, shoot Aperture Priority. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean you're not a professional. You know, I'm fully booked all the time, and I'm charging all right. I'm doing all right. So if I'm not a professional, if people want to say that, I don't care. But definitely learn manual first, because you need to know how to use it, because there'll be parts in the day where you might need manual, and then you'll be like, oh, I don't know what to do, blah, blah. Like, you know, I'm going to do a video soon about flash. There's a lot of photographers that don't learn flash properly, and I'm not an expert at flash by no means whatsoever. There's some brilliant photographers who really go for it. You know, I've got friends who are really into their studio stuff. I don't know all that stuff. I've just learned what I need for weddings. You know, but years ago I didn't even know how to bloody do bounce flash or off-camera flash. You know, I've got all them basics now that covers me for a wedding. If there's a ceiling to bounce and flash, if there's not, I don't panic. I'm like, I can do off-camera flash. I know what to do. Once you do it a few times, it's pretty much the same setup every time. But yeah, going back to the manual stuff, learning manual. But personally, try Aperture Priority. It makes your life so much easier, and I enjoy it more. Now I'm using Aperture Priority, I enjoy the wedding more. And if I enjoy the wedding more, you're going to get better photos, you know what I mean? So try it. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you.